Are we recording? How do I know if we're live? Okay. YouTube, what it do? It's your boy Ascension Capitals, man, and we're tapping back in with another video, and I'm trying something different. We're on August 3rd. You probably can't see this, but it's 10:29, going on 10:30, approaching halftime, and Thursday. And I'm gonna record. I don't know how much of the session I will be able to record on here, but I'm gonna record me doing some live trading, I guess. But I have to still enter everything through my phone, but I can show you guys right here because my phone's right here. And hopefully you can hear me over this music because it's pretty loud, but I've already taken one loss today on GJ, and I've gotten in prematurely. So that was lost in the sauce right there because I wasn't paying attention to structure closely and I was misreading structure. So nevertheless, we are here on GJ now. So as you can see here, this is where I took my loss at. I was initially should have waited for this point to be breached before I was looking for any sorts of longs, but this was my high that I was deeming as structure, and as you can see, smashed out right away. So, but in context of this whole trade idea, I had this previous structure, swing high, swing low, was waiting for a pullback into more premium pricing to look for confirmations out of this zone, but that didn't happen. Price ended up breaking the 15-minute low, and we're breaching 4-hour lows. So, you know, we've taken out two pools of liquidity here, so I'm looking for a liquidity hunt. So during Asia session looked like it swept Asia lows, swept Asia highs, and that was enough to give a delivery to, you know, break those lows. So now I'm looking for, well, I was looking for longs or an LQ hunt model from this area here. So this was kind of the scenarios I was looking for as far as GJ goes right now. So I'm going to kind of see how this kind of plays out, because if this does break out of this zone, because this is my structural high here on the 1 minute, and I'm looking to, you know, rebalance price out on the 15 minutes. So looking for this liquidity hunt reversal, but I need to see a reach out of this high before anything. We can either break out of this high, pull back into this zone, and then start to fire and give me that rally that I'm looking for, or we can either break that high, we can either break out of this zone, then I'm patient and wait for a price to come back down to this discounted level. But knowing GJ is so volatile, it may not even pull back to this premium level or discounted level before it even goes to the upside. You know what I'm saying? It's so volatile, it may just do that and then just run. So you got to be, you know, I'm still learning the ropes of GJ, but it's looking, we're gonna break that high, and we just broke, or we just wicked it, and EU is just kind of in no man's land, if I'm being honest, because looking at it on the 15-minute, boom, look at all that, all this. We have broken 4H highs on EU. So if anything, I can see price rebalancing this price leg to at least this level here, but ultimately rebalancing this level after we rebalance after breaching this level, because boom, damn, like this is just, obviously the market can go up forever, but the DXY is continuing to drop to the downside. And for, you know, I guess this was, you know, some Trump tariff talk right here from this big impulsive move, because there's lots of things that have been happening with the tariffs lately. So ultimately I can see a rebalance of this price leg from this low here to, you know, something like this sort of transpiring to more discounted levels. But right now I'm just going to be kind of patient and see, because looking at it on the 15-minute, we still have, you know, Asia lows intact, and my 15-minute swing low, it's still down in this area here. So, you know, we still have plenty of room for a rebalance of price. So just going to be patient right now. So we had already a kind of 1M shift previously here, because obviously, well, not obviously because everything's not obvious, but this is still really my structural low on the 1M, but we kind of had some sort of shift in structure here and came back to rebalance after the shift, or, you know, possibly mitigating this. So still waiting for more confirmations for EU, because I'm still not convinced. If anything, for EU, I want to see price come into this level and give me another shift before I'm interested in sales to rebalance price on EU. So yeah, but if we break this low, I'll be looking for some confirmations to take price lower. But I need to see some more development on EU for me to kind of hop in anything, since I've already taken a loss on GJ today. So I'm going to kind of see how this all shapes up. So back to GJ, what are we doing? Boom. All we did was wick that high. So boom, we still got that bearish sentiment here on GJ. So yeah, I'm just going to be patient and wait for more development, or waiting for something that I'm looking forward to transpire, because I'm not seeing nothing at the current moment. And I've already, like I said, was trapped on the wrong side due to my misreading of structure. So gotta live with that. But what else am I looking for here? Boom. And I also wonder how long can I record on this, you know, screen video, on this Screencastify video, because I'm on my last free video. Gotta pay for the free, pay for the full version after this. I'm shitty. But this software is a lot easier to use to OBS. I cannot figure out OBS to save my life, bro. It's like, I can figure it out how to use it, but it's like, for some reason, I never can get the video quality crisp. And I'm just like, bro, this shit looks like I'm filming through a toaster, bro. Like, you can barely see my face. You can barely see the candlesticks. It just looks like a bunch of mush on the screen. So, yeah. Also, I need to plug up because camera's computer finna die. Got a little chai latte / water, ice water. But yeah, guys, still growing. My personal, like I mentioned, still trying to get to that 10K mark on my personal account. Then after that, I'm going to leave my personal account alone for a while, and then see what I can do with funding, going for some funding, then, you know, taking care of debts and stuff like that, then building a nest egg, and then, you know, fuck it, let's move to shit, I don't know, Bali. Let's go to Bali. Fuck it. No, really, I'm trying to go to the Citgo. You know what I'm saying? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm going. You know what I'm saying. But none of y'all probably understand what I'm saying besides my brother Skanja. I'm trying to go to the Citgo, man. Be posted up in a bitty like this. Yeah, let's go street skate. Let's go drink. Yeah, let's go get a drink at the bar. Matter of fact, let's leave that over there. Let's go to the gym. Let's get these nature vibes and let's go on a whim. Ooh, that's a bar. All right. So yeah, still nothing on. I'll show you guys what's popping. So. Can you guys see? I don't know if you guys probably can't see that. This was GJ's loss today. Right here, Bush, $96.47 plus commissions, obviously, and that commission was $3.68. cents on the commissions. Commissions are pretty high with my broker because I do have zero spread, so they fill me in exactly to the pip or close enough to. Maybe it may be off by like 0.1 pip or pipette or something of that nature, but I have to give it to them, like the fill rate or where I want to get filled at. That's pretty nice because considering I am trading on 1 minute, 2 minute, those lower time frames, commissions can eat you up. So that's why you have to be very particular in your setups, and because price will just eat you alive, or commissions will just eat you alive, because you charge when you open the trade and close the trade. So that's where your commissions come from. But commissions are a bitch. But they have different accounts, but obviously having that zero spread account, commissions will eat you alive. But yeah, that's the first loss today, and it does say my balance for the day is 519 because, like I said, I am adding to the account as well. So we're scaling at the same time we're trading the account, we're adding to the account. But yeah, that was just a sneak peek of my recent deposit into my account. But yeah, down 96, down about possibly $100 on the day, down $100 on the day. So the next trade has to be very exquisite for me to take anything, because yeah, this is probably the last trade idea. Give those 2 trade ideas of the day. So we're still waiting for some more development here, so it's gonna kind of see. Turn back up this lo-fi. Let's see what we got. Alright, since we're here and I'm being vulnerable with you guys, showing you my losses and my deposits into my personal account, one thing that I feel like not necessarily with my strategy, but like just the emotional aspects of having self-control, because obviously nobody likes taking losses, but you have to understand that that's a part of the game, bro, and your losses have to be calculated so that way they don't really affect you that much. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is they don't affect you because that was according to your plan. You calculated for that specific amount in percentages or dollar amounts, and you saw that coming, so that shouldn't bother you. But still, for me, sometimes I can get a bit off the rails and kind of go on tilt and try to make back that loss, so to speak, or essentially start to take not high probable setups, because you're kind of going off the rails as far as your trading plan. And that's something that I struggle with, and something that I struggle with as well is kind of jumping into trades too early and kind of being lost in structure and kind of misreading price action. I feel like that really is the main one that I can really say is a struggle for me. Like I said before, doing that whole not being okay with losses and stuff, and kind of taking it not so lightly. He's like, yeah, I can eventually get over that. I can get over losses, and things of that nature. But I have to stop getting in the market too soon when the opportunity is not saying, or when the opportunity is not there yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like, bro, wait for price to mature. Wait for price to develop exactly how you want to see it. Well, it might not be exactly how you want to see it, but it needs to be meeting your plan, and it needs to be right in the right timing. You know what I'm saying? So Yeah, that's just something that I struggle with, man. And I know that you got to take trading seriously because, bro, this is a serious industry. There's billions of dollars moving through these markets, and you can't be like an undisciplined, a disorganized version of yourself. Like, your decision making has to be on point, and that's what it really comes down to. Your decision making has to be sharp and on key. And they say out of the whole day, you're only able to make like, I think it's two really big emotional decisions or something like that. Something's along those lines, but you're only able to really make two big emotional decisions. So it's like, you can't be taking multiple trades, because by the time you take that second trade, like, you're mentally exhausted and you're not going to be as crisp on your decisiveness. So yeah, guys, that's just what I'm struggling with, and I'm just trying to keep it real. But nevertheless, man, if I keep up the pace in taking high probable trades, and, you know, taking those great opportunities as they arise, and staying disciplined and staying patient and staying consistent, I can reach my goal, bro. Definitely by like, definitely before the end of 2025, like, without a doubt, before the end of 2025, I can definitely make that happen. But like I said, it's all on me, bro. It's literally all on me, bro. Like, how bad do you want this shit? How bad are you wanting to change your life? How bad are you wanting to create this ideal life for yourself? Like, how bad do you really want it, bro? The things that you conjure in your mind, you can make that come into fruition, but it's all in the ability to control yourself and have a sense of focus and purpose, and actually sticking to the things that you set out for yourself, sticking to those goals, sticking to, you know, a routine, and just like having that consistency, bro. It's all possible, but it's really in here. It's really in my own two hands, bro. So we're gonna keep going, man, and keep showing up, because that's all I really know, and I can't give up. That's just out of the question. But, you know, it can get hard when you're not seeing progress, and you're waking up day after day and day after day, and you're not seeing progress. You're just like, bro, what am I fucking doing? You know, that'll start to eat you up at that point, because you know you're not going to give up, but you're not making any progress, so you're driving yourself mad, literally. So yeah, man, that's just a bit of some insights with AC. Still not really seeing the market doing anything too crazy. Oh wow, you don't show my face when I do that? Oh no. Yeah, there we go. Okay, let me just, I guess I gotta keep it in this sort of screen, but I'm trying to make it as big as possible. But yeah, it's all good. We're just gonna keep this down here. This little taskbar. But yeah, EU running into this area of interest that I'm looking for. But yeah, I still need to see some more confirmations for me to get into anything. Like I said, I still want to see this low get shifted. Then I'll be more inclined to start to look for shorts to take price lower. But EU is very bullish right now, and if we break this area of interest, I'll probably just call it a day and I'll be done. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing too, you gotta know when to be done, bro. Don't be out here fucking trading all your profits and giving it all back, because I've done it before. Made like good profit in 1 month, the next day, or the first day of the month, or, you know, first day of the next trading, you're giving it all back. Like, bro, what did you just do? Like, literally, what the fuck did you just do? You work hard all last month, you work hard all last weekend. Look at you, looking stupid on Friday. Looking sick. But yeah, That should just come with the game, man. This industry is it's self-control, because you're going against sharks, bro. You're going against major banks, and then you have the minor banks, and then you have the hedge funds, and entities of that nature, and then you got the retail, and we're just goldfish. Shit, not even goldfish. We're fucking algae out here. So, but you can grow big though. You can grow big, but you can maneuver your way through this motherfucker, because it's a big ass ocean. There's plenty of room to swim around and get your own in. You feel me? But like I said, you got to be strategic, and what will really transpire out of that is self-development, because you'll realize the type of traits that you have, the type of flaws that you have. It's like, oh man, it'll really expose you to yourself, and it'll really expose the type of person that you are. If you've always been a greedy person, you're gonna get into this market and absolutely fail, without a doubt. If you've never really been used to seeing money before, it's gonna be tricky getting here, seeing numbers and stuff fluctuate, and it's just really, it's a lot to it, man. I can't really sit here and talk about every little aspect, but it's expansive, just like life itself, because the market is life itself. So, but it's just I feel like it's the ultimate hack though. If you can figure this shit out, you can live a great life for yourself. You can paint a great life for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Get on that motherfucker like Bob Ross and go crazy for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's very feasible, but it's going to take a lot of looking inward and realizing it's like, the way the brain is constructed. I don't think it's constructed for us to be great traders. Like, the brain is rooted off survival instincts and things of that nature, and like the market, you're going to come in here and lose without a doubt, and your mind isn't used to that. So it's like you really have to sculpt yourself and to be able to take on this new paradigm, because it's very outside of the norm of how humans operate, because this is something very different. This is really survival of the fittest, but you gotta come in here and survive with the plan, survive with the game plan. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the truth of the matter, man. The truth of the matter. So yeah, this will expose you to yourself, and I've definitely been learning a lot about myself over these past few years of me learning to trade the markets. But yeah, guys, it's real. Yeah, it looks like GJ will be expanding lower today. So it looks like I'm ending off Thursday with that loss in here. Because where I went wrong here was lost in structure. What I was looking at was this low. Was it this low? Well, initially it was this low at first, and I was waiting for this high to be reached. And then we this is what it was. I was too zoomed in. We wicked above this low, just barely though. But then after we wicked below that low, I was like, okay, this was the run up. Yeah, I was just lost right here, without a doubt, just lost, because we broke this high. Then I decided to get in from this indecision candle once we got a body close above this high, and then instantly stopped out, when realistically the first low that I was looking at, I got a close below the low. So boom, right there was the confirmation of, okay, sellers are still in control, so why are you trying to long in here? Why? See, this would have been a good place for like a long continuation with liquidity as well. Oh man, looking at it now, it's just like, Why, bro? Why, bro? Wow. We had liquidity right above. I only got 30 minutes left. Oh, fuck. So I'm gonna have to upgrade this Screencastify subscription, but it's relatively cheap though. It's like $5-7 a month, something like that. But anyway, this was a perfect short opportunity, but I wasn't looking for shorts, and I got stopped out right away. But as you can see, this is where the sellers got in and fired. Lost in the sauce, AC. Lost in the sauce. So, whose fault is that? Nobody but my own. But yeah, looks like we're expanding lower for GJ today. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the week. I'm gonna have to say, because fucking tomorrow's NFP Friday. You know, I could trade, but this week has just been rough, to be honest. And if I continue to perform how I performed this week, I'm gonna have a major setback, and I don't want that. So it's really just time to lock in. As cliche as they always say, the lock-in thing, but are you truly gonna do it, or are you just gonna be consumed by your low vibrational self? Yeah, so I only got 30 minutes left in the video, guys, so I don't think anything's going to transpire. But even if anything does transpire, I'll post it in another video. And yeah, so I'm going to call this video AC, I don't know, session therapy or something like that. Yeah, session therapy, because I feel like I dropped some good gems in here, and I was definitely vulnerable with the internet and the interwebs. But yeah, man, at it every day, you win. But on the days that you win, you want to be composed. On the days that you lose, you want to be composed. And on the days that you lose, you want to calculate for those, and don't let those losses burn fat holes in your skin. You know what I'm saying? Just let that be a little, you know, like the cherry drop out of the J-Rock and it land on you, be like, oh, you know, you got the motherfucker still on fire. Just dust it off you, like, you know what I'm saying? And you just keep it pushing. Charges to the game. So yeah, guys, I'll catch up with you guys in another video. So maybe I'll keep rising, and peace for now.